from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Choose us in the belly of the beach, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rise.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
2nd and 9 now. He took that in one-handed. What a grab. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph.
Complete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself a big...
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got by he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
35-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, That may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Jackson on first down. That one complete to Hill. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews.
Complete to
that catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 16 yards on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
First down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Mixon, the ball
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 12-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Score, Bengals 14, Ravens nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
Showtime today, baby.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Tucker lining up for the extra point.
Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going, and we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead, not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. He was covered by Patrick Queen.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
By Mackenzie Alexander. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you know, on the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And
out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Justin Tucker lining
up. For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
Flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 37-yard line.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyus Bowser. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
At the 30-yard line.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Brought down by the quarterback, William Jackson. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 17-yard line.
From the 17, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Antonio Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because
it got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 4 40.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32.
Complete to Joe Mixon.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Cincinnati.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And this will be incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And goal at the 5.
And this is going to be incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 2nd down, Dobbins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Yo, y'all saw that play before the big run, yo?
On 1st down.
He clipped over nothing.
I thought you did that on purpose.
Bro, no, yo, he tripped. I didn't hit square or nothing. He just tripped.
Oh, I thought you was trying to stop to get the clock.
Bro, I didn't even pass the 1st down yet. He still had 2 timeouts.
All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Yo, this man is dead blocked.
Revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Come on, yo, what are you doing?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Oh, now whistles. And unless he was drawn off, and I don't think he was, this is going to be a 1st down. Shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he's brought down. So naturally they will decline it. They got the 1st down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty? And he picked up the 1st down through hard work and effort anyway. 1st down.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,
Tell yo stop playing with me, bro.
that was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch this.
What happened?